My card was declined because of PayPal charge. It looks like it could be Wondershare, but I have to look into it. Hopefully it's Wondershare. But a PayPal charge that was like 30 something. I mean, I didn't make it today, so I'm glad they did that. But I have to look into it. Yeah. So, but yeah. I bought this salmon and then returned it because their microwave doesn't work. The reason I was buying it was to use their microwave. Yeah. Oh well. Do something else. He tried to get it to work, plugged it in and everything, was trying to get it to work. It wouldn't work. So he just returned it. Okay, well. I was all like, I mean, I'm always thankful when my fraud department blocks me. Because that means they're doing their job. Because I mean, if somebody were to steal money from me, they'd be blocked. Is extremely true. Because I mean, they do it to me all the time. They seriously do it to me all the time. Okay, well, what am I doing now? Is it okay? So today's Sunday. Why would I do it from here, though? Going there? That goes the other way. It goes the wrong way. That is a much better library. It goes the wrong way, though. I want my fucking box back. Meadow Street? Meadow Suite? Meadow Suite is the street it's on. Meadow Suite. Mead Owl Suite. I'm worried about driving. I just don't want to go. Fuck. I just can't be doing this. I don't have enough money. I'm worried about collecting tickets. I need to I should probably pay something back right now. Pay some of it off right now. I probably need to do that today. I'm just gonna do that right now. I actually have to. Or they'll seriously get me for it. Shit. San Rafael Library's open though.
Head west.
I can't believe they actually let those people just camp out there like that. That's why I'm worried about going there. there are people that like use it like that. Maybe I should do a song about Julia Street, though. That would be funny. Because of what happened with that girl. That was so funny. Because of Julia Sartain and who that is. And what happened. Because I played with myself. Julia, too. Because every girl's want to. They don't really want to. But they'll pretend. They would pretend. I'm not gonna go that way, but I want to go to that location to make a video, and then that makes sense because it's right there where that church is. That's the most beautiful part of it, because where a person could think, because it's like heaven or Las Vegas, you know. It's already there for me right now. It's already perfect right there. So for me to make like the most wholesome, good story. Okay, I hope that was the whole purpose of picking Palm Beach. Did I mess up there? You need to let me know if that's not true. That's what will make me. That's what cuts me off the fastest. If she really wants me to cut me off, or you want me to cut me off, that's what would make me just choose a different girl. Because, I mean, whoever it's going to be, the street names and shit are going to respond. There could be a different Lois Lane. It doesn't really matter. It does, though, of course. It would be, like, probably crippling for her when she caught up to the reality. I'm like, oh my god, you moved on. You know, that's kind of scary. That's where she could actually hurt herself. Because, I mean, it would start with drinks and stuff like that. I just know that it's real that she would be a crippled wreck if I put my focus on somebody else. I just know that's real. It just happens because my glow is feels really good. When I take it off of them, it hurts. When I take it off of her, she wants it. She's like, I want him to think about me. I want him to look at me. Blah, 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 blah. Because, like, I don't know. Because, I mean, there's also the birds and bees and stuff like that attached to it, too. That are always like, do it, do it. So, there might be something not human involved trying to use it to hurt him or something, you know? And so that's why I made the letter Q thing, to save them, so that there's nobody rejected. And that's what the 16 scented celebration thing is supposed to do. So a rejected person would get an octopus, which is a tentacle that is a lineup that has two. The eyes of the octopus are just like people that would accept the person for who they are now. Like, it could be somebody that's just like totally overweight or whatever, pathetic, but you know, and the person doesn't have to work for it, or they can get in line and work, and that's basically what it is. Because it'll be helpful, and the people will work harder. So that it's our society needs it really bad because of how this girl was programmed. That is really abusive, and how they programmed her in Portland so that she would be trash and used and as cheap as possible. And so that letter Q was needed. I really wish she was bright enough to know how important it was to meet me in Portland, so that whoever she was with would have kicked it into full gear and actually worked harder to earn her. She wouldn't have had to meet me or anything. That was the purpose. She didn't even... Oh well, never mind, I'm not gonna... I think it was... I suspect that she did what she did so that I would cut off everybody else and discover the story. Absolutely amazing though. So Julia Sartain was my first... She wasn't my girlfriend. But my first day in school, she grabbed me and the other most attractive kid in the class and said, "You are my boyfriends." She was cute. I mean, that's kind of like a girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. But we didn't do anything. I didn't go home with her or anything. Oh, shit. So I wanted to... I can't go that way. Because that's a one-way street. I need to take a shot of my camera over here. Can we start calling it something else? So guns aren't always tied to cameras. America, come on. Shining monkeys. Shining monkeys. Oops. I'm not supposed to check out anybody. It's really fun to watch her walk, though. She jiggles when she walks. That's what makes men tick. They're stupid. They want to know that it will be fed what is left inside of her. Okay, so there's no parking here either. Crap. What am I gonna do? I just have to find a spot. Julia Street is so funny. I can't believe that's real. It's so weird. There's no way people are going to believe that this is real. It's going to take a long time before people actually... I wonder how much time it takes for people to actually catch on to that it's real. Because they'll assume that I already knew her or we planned for it or something. Because they'll be full of excuses so they don't have to be as good as me. Because they won't want to give her more. That's what's going to constantly happen. That's what automatically happens from the beginning. Oh my god. Seriously? You took 2 parking spots. Oh, it's because it's not really a spot. What the hell? What is this? It's a parking lot. Can I go in there? This is not a public parking. Do you have 15 lovers all waiting with money? Serious, this far away? Boyd Memorial Park. Park here though, actually. I want to park closer. It's so far away. Maybe this isn't where I want to park. Do you have 15 lovers all waiting with money? I have to tell the truth with you. That's why I'm not ready. The birds will tell the truth. The birds will rat on me. You'll know everything. The dreams will tell you. I already told you the truth. Where we go to sleep. And you accepted me? No. I promised you would change it. Not to imply that she was doing anything bad. But she wasn't exactly honest. Using that water element was a part of the job. The water, my God, it's absolutely amazing what I was able to accomplish with water. You know, that's where Adams Road actually goes, Adams Street, whatever, in LA, because it goes to Arroyo, Glen, and then the water tower is there, and then so the yo-yo, and then it goes to one of my friends there was a Via Marie photographer, Via Marie Studios or whatever, and then Lana Del Rey. Her name and then her name combined into via Del Rey Street, where the yo-yo is found. It's so funny. It's so crazy. But the water tower is right there, and it's like you can see that I'm like, you can see where I'm like, I'm always, because of being, you know, worth something, being worth a lot of money, it's always like, it's a trap, you know? It's always a trap. Like, I dare you to take something from him is always going to be found. You can find that in the streets. Pretty cool. Oh my fucking God. Okay. You know what? Maybe the best thing for that Mark guy to do is embarrass himself intentionally and just, you know what I mean, until he just gets it out, so that he's no longer coming to me and I have to, you know, while he's asleep or whatever. That's what he does. It's like he has all this stuff bottled up because he doesn't want anybody to know about anything bad or whatever, and it's just like totally bottled up and it's totally saved up. It's like ready to explode, and it's just like, and so he's like coming to me while he's asleep. And it's like, it's really embarrassing for him, and he knows it. And so he'll be like, I want to kill myself. It's so embarrassing. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. It's like, enough, you. Stop it. Because he's got all that money. He's got all that stuff. Why the fuck is he doing that to us? What the hell? Are you kidding me? Help! Bombi needs help! What the fuck? Why are you doing that? I think it's just gone to his head too much with the name thing, probably, you know? The name thing. It's like, it just trips out about it too much. Oh my God! The truth is found in the name. Ah! It's just like, you know, like Mickey Quinn at my work, Coldwater Creek. What's that mean, though? The letter N twice is loved. So Mickey quit loving somebody. Just kidding. It's just like, there's just an example. It's all bullshit. But I mean, what really fixes it is waking up to letters or verbs. So it doesn't matter. There's always a new definition found. It's going to be it's going to mean something else completely when it's somewhere else. So, you know, it's obvious that he woke up to his name somewhere really embarrassing. That's the goal, though. So that you get over it. It's only going to get better once you've left that part of the rainbow. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the hell happened on his side. I know at one point I wept for him. And I don't even know why. But I was thinking about somebody tripping out in a server room. Because he was like going through everything going, oh my God, that's actually real. And he was just freaking out. He was freaking out and he just wanted to die. Look what they did to him. It was just absolutely horrible. It's absolutely horrible what they did to me. He's right there. What time period was that, though? Okay, so Julia in A Street. So A is Caring, and Julia was my first girlfriend. Kind of. She wasn't my girlfriend, though. But she grabbed me. She grabbed the other kid that was like the cutest one in the class. And she's like, you guys are my boyfriends. We're like, okay. It's funny. Her mom was sleeping with my mom. Nobody really thought about that, though. But that was where the saying wheeze came from. So they could wheeze their way into my mom's bed. She was really beautiful. She partied with the flight attendants. Okay. But yeah, she went through a man-hating phase. And she's never been able to find a replacement for her husband. It was like, fuck. It's sad. It's like she knows that she kind of knows that she had, well, the best. And she couldn't find anybody better. And in the really scary reality part of it, it was too true. So that's why she didn't find somebody else. And she doesn't want to admit it. It sucks, because why would you want to admit that that's real? Especially when it's my dad and he wasn't working enough. You know, he was on the TV too much and stuff. Okay, so what the hell? Okay, so I have to make a song here. For The Little Mermaid. It's for The Little Mermaid. That's so funny. It is, though. It's trying to help another person with her cute. She is cute. I'm sorry for using them like that, but it would get me a high from witnessing a woman proving that I was the best one. I'm sorry for doing that, because I don't know if it was actually hurtful to them or what. And what I'm apologizing for is checking out more than one person. Well, I mean, that's why I had to stop. Okay. All right there. It was right here. So, now okay, so I need to do Julia Street and this is for The Little Mermaid. Ariel, or whatever her name is. Ariel, she streams, and what she was doing to me was like, it should have been impossible to witness. I was like, holy shit. But I mean, she wasn't family friendly enough for me to even consider, because I knew what I was working on was going to be the biggest, most famous thing. Okay. That's why I'm still wondering, is Palm Bee the wrong choice? It's only going to be the right choice if she changes and makes it, and teaches them the lessons. But I mean, that's why Michelle Pfeiffer, after Catwoman, she did Dangerous Minds. So that, because while asleep, she's like trying to get Palm Bee to wake up to how important it is, because everybody's going to want to be her, the girl. So they're going to be like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? Don't follow Palm Bee during ages what? So, okay. Okay. Let's do. Wow. So that Ariel girl, when she finds the man that she wants, and the letter Q is used to get him to be serious and actually do something that wins her, or I don't know. Sorry. I mean, it's coming from her parents. It'll be found in her name, and it's going to be a spiritual experience for everybody to wake up to. But it's showing me all the reasons not to choose the party life, and it's really, really beautiful. Okay. Okay, so is there anything else I need to do over here? Okay, so there's that church right here. It's so beautiful. See? So that's where they get married. And so I pleasured myself. There's nobody around in my car right here. And Julia Street was right there. And it was that other girl. It wasn't Palm Bee. And I was like, ouch. I don't want to say what happened, but it definitely was, wow, romantic, but it wasn't possible for me to go that way. I was just like, thought that girl was really pretty, and I was just wishing impossible things. OnlyFans totally screws them, though, when it comes to the amount of money in the long run. Because of that's not really true, but it is though, because like, can you sell it? Can you sell her? Can you sell him the image? Because you get so much more of an audience if it's family friendly. So I mean, that's what's really messed up this whole time. That's what really should have happened on the right side too. They should have woke up to how I was actually, how I wouldn't have used or done anything bad. I just needed help. But they were like, you know, probably pulling up excuses in the same way that the other side was doing it, but just using different ones. Instead of him being a Nazi, he's an illegal bum who cares. Like, he's a loser. He's older than her. Like, he needs to be cut off. Like, really, really disgusting. Because of what it actually did to her. It actually encouraged her. She actually went, every time they were doing that, she was doing this, fuck you, where she goes to sleep, in the direction nobody wants her to go. That actually kills herself because of being upset, because of what they were doing, trying to control the situation. That was there at Kenton. When I came online at Kenton. That was there. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been Kenton. So, I guess I must have had Twitter on at that time on my phone. Just funny. Okay. Crazy. See. Yeah, they know they messed me up, too. Because it's found in their dreams, and it's found in everybody's name. The solution is two, though. The good solutions. So this is Marin. Cool. City of San Rafael. So San Rafael. So how long does it take for the turtle before the turtle gets mad? is what the question is. The letter D comes from Brainerd. Because of my dad being Han Solo. And then in my dreams, I've been Luke Skywalker, because when he made it, he responded to us, and he's trying to. They knew somehow that the A-rated thing would be going on, and that they had to do things in a way that would exist in the future. You know, probably is my guess, because of what the future is going to be doing, because of the discoveries that are inevitable. And I was, the first to make a lot of them. I knew we had to do more to earn our freedom of expression or whatever, or other people would have too much to use against us, be able to accuse us of all sorts of nonsense, like being on top of people or whatever. When the fact is that we're mostly responding. But the miracle that I witness is because I go to where it can be proven. I know how to. Where it can be proven that it's the most helpful and send them the most helpful ideas. If that makes sense. Because it'll actually work. That's what would work the most. That's what every diplomat wants the most, to be able to reach their heads, because it will definitely work, because you'll be able to witness. But how do I get, so I'm supposed to do the Daily Star until it becomes a daily planet. So that means, so I'm the reason Superman was originally, they thought he was a bum, and then there was a secret experiment or whatever. That's coming from just everybody and the story of real life and everything and what happened. Wow. Because they had to get their ideas from somewhere, and the birds and the bees had to be part of it. That's so weird. From my perspective, it appears that mostly people are begging forgiveness in a lot of ways, or they're like upset because of what people did. Well, I lived once. So, I mean, I don't want people to be... Jeez. See, I'm going to be getting help. So let me go back to work and finish adding singing to my album. I still need to get all this stuff on Spotify, but Portland is cheaper. The amount of money I'd be able to have that's extra every single time I get paid would be a lot, because everything that's extra needs to go into like advertising and paying other people to do things for me. So I mean, that's just going to be how it is. And so it's really dumb for me to think, oh, I need to be discovered, I need to go over here, but the internet exists. Tarsus, the cataclysm came, and now it's totally changed. That's funny. Pretty beautiful what that represents and what it symbolizes. And it would be really helpful for me to educate the English people on why it's not good, or what's the most helpful thing for Canada for them to do. Because they kept... It's... Okay. The royalty or whatever, they'll put on an act, and they'll actually be scared of the people that want to do a revolution for them. And it is a problem. And I know, like, the path has already been set before me, like what to do and what to show them, so that people aren't killing people, or people aren't... The main problem is coming up with excuses, and being lazy, not wanting to work enough, and going, oh, cool, I found this thing that just this flow of money that just keeps coming. I ain't have to, that's the main problem. And then, people go, oh, I can come up with excuses until I'm getting paid to, spy for them or something like that. And then it's like, it's making Canada worse because they're not working. They're not like building up the place to make it better. Instead, they're like helping somebody plan something while they're blaming other people when they should have been blaming themselves. And also every time, okay, right now they're totally cursed. Our language, our use of our language, we've been using it wrong. That's why the Harry Potter thing is synchronized to me as well, because I'm supposed to teach them. It's really important. Right now, when the English people go into a store, they get cursed by the music, because it will tell them that negative things are going to happen. It's like programming it in their brain because of the lyrics and stuff, because people didn't use language correctly when they made their songs. They were, they were expressing themselves and stuff like that. But then what's going to happen if, somebody's constantly listening to music or whatever that's telling them that they're going to fail? It's like, that's why Pink Floyd and The Dark Side of the Moon ends with The Spell. because it's explaining how Rassilon defeated Fistodonalis, because my dad's older and he uses language in the wrong way too. He'll say, "You're crazy," instead of "You were crazy." And that's, just an example. Hear the softly spoken magic spell. So, it's really important for me to be a teacher and to teach people what they're actually doing to themselves, because they seriously were stupid, and they still are. But that's not true, because when I say that, I make it more real. I don't want to make it real. So they were stupid, and they're not going to be stupid anymore, because I'm going to be heard, and the volume is going to go up, and people are going to stop, looking for excuses to hide what I'm sharing. They're going to know how that was a worse mistake. Unless they're telling me what the reasons as it's happening, because of what everybody else is going to think. Okay. So, I guess I'll
You're this library. Bears.
Busted. So, the problem with no's or whatever, and they're like, oh, what do we know now? What do we know? Is, that's one of the biggest mistakes that humanity made, or especially white people, because, of history and how we shouldn't have been taught that there are correct answers or that we can be aware of reality. We should have been taught that it's always a job, it's always work, and it's always something that it's always work that never stops to understand reality. Instead, they were, told what to think and what to believe and stuff like that, which was the biggest mistake. That's what would bring us caught in a loop that kills people. That's really evil. So anyways, so there's just so many problems with everything because those people didn't know how the body works. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how they were part of the problem, and they were blaming other people. Like the most productive thing, the most helpful thing to do for, all the other countries that are not America, if you're in this country, is to work, and make it a better place. Duh. Especially if another country is right there. It's going to directly affect that country. Like what would happen to the country if it was like it wouldn't be more helpful to the English to actually have this country. It wouldn't be, because of what it would take to do that. It would decrease the value of the place forever. Because after it happened, people would always be sharing gravity with what happened. I mean, who wants to deny that the biggest problem is, there's been people coming up with excuses so they don't have to work or whatever when it comes to like the reasons that there are trashy streets or just whatever is not working or whatever has been broken. I mean, honestly, when I came up with the yellow preservative party idea, I was thinking about time being frozen for a moment, and just everybody waking up to how worth it is to be alive and just choosing life, and retracing their steps, doing the fallen fruit thing, and then providing the most helpful work for their previous lives. As long as we were doing that, it would be helping the next ones too, the most. Wouldn't it? I mean, that makes the most sense. Because I mean, you wouldn't want to, because if you think about the whole picture, and let's say you have a map, and then where humanity did something like have a fight, that spot has been forever changed, forever, all eternity, because it happened once. And so people that would be in that area are always going to be slightly affected by what happened there. That's what makes America different. Like over in Europe, there's a greater risk of that kind of thing happening again. They find more reason to hold on to something that kills them or other people. But I mean, honestly, the reason should be getting the mammoth off or whatever. That is, that's what it seems like. Is always should be defensive. It's, you'll be having to connect with somebody, but it's not okay to go, not to stand up for yourself, or especially what we'd call justice or law or whatever. I mean, they died. Previous lives died, many of them, so that we would have this. Do we really want to keep going in that direction?